So many great impressions, and then there's your Rogan. Come on, folks. It's not even a thing on accuracy. It's just, I don't know. It's a funny way of speaking that he has. Didn't you just think it'd be funny to see Joe Rogan like pushed over by someone? Like, chat. Imagine some random like thug, like some random kid that's just got a bit of drink in him, is like getting aggressive with Joe Rogan. And Joe Rogan like has this aura moment where he's about to remind him that he's like a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So he gets down with aura, and all of his comedian friends get out the way as Joe Rogan steps down to handle this drunk guy that's getting aggressive with them. And then Joe Rogan just gets chinned with one punch. Out cold on the canvas. Dude, the Coleman video is so funny, I know, man. But yeah, dude, that'd be so funny to me, man. Rogan dies, yeah. That'd be funny. Ah! Unbelievable. They wake him back up and he's holding one of their hands like, get out of here. You not want to be there with him. Hold on. What's going on, guys? 5'4" Rogan just getting chinned by some drunk guy, regardless of his combat sports training that he's done. That is the dream. Thank you for the membership for 12 months, Luke Madison. You'd fuck up Tybura and WCA for sure. I don't think I'd fuck up Waldo Cortez Acosta, but I will say this. If I'm in a fight with Waldo Cortez Acosta, chat, alright, now I'm amped up. If I get into a fight with Waldo Cortez Acosta, I will expose this weakness to low kicks. I'm telling you right now, I've got really good low kicks. I reckon I would easily expose his weakness to low kicks. I don't know if I would then win from that, but he's limping. He's going to be walking real funny on that leg. If Joe Rogan was commentating my debut against Waldo Cortez Acosta, his legs are getting chewed up on the outside, at least. He just knock you out, maybe eventually, but after he gets his legs chewed up for a minute or two. Impression of flood victims visiting BJ Penn in his dreams? No, we're not doing that. Thank you for the $2. $1 million. Hey, Guru, who's the most famous person that you know that you reckon has heard of you? I'm sure Putin's heard whiffs of the great Guru by now. Chat, yes or no? The most famous person that I think has heard of me? Well, we know a couple actors, but I'm thinking big time. Trump. Probably Trump. Probably Donald Trump. I bet you anything Trump has been in a situation where a discussion, maybe I've been mentioned. Maybe. You know? Yeah, Bernthal, but these are actors. We know these. I bet you Miles Teller. Anything. Miles Teller. A lot of the guys that linger at the UFC events, I bet you anything they've heard about a video of mine or something along those lines. I don't know. Yeah, Trump definitely doesn't know me, yeah. I sharted after Tapuria KO'd Charles. Haven't washed them since. UFC 318 promo is sick. Hamzat will pull out. Okay. Yes, he will. He will indeed. Thank you for the €2, sorry. After Islam gets subbed and then Habib and Umar get KO'd by the aura. Yes, the aura of him being subbed. Yeah. And then Javier Mendez gets pushed down his stairs at the event and falls over and shits his pants and all these like tacos and stuff fall out of him. And yeah, I know what you mean. And then people start jumping Javier Mendez and they're like rummaging for his pockets and they go, oh, what's that? And they take their hand out of their pocket, out of Javier Mendez's pockets, and there's like chili in there. You know what I mean? There's like chili in his pockets, and he has one of those front pockets on his shirt, and they push him over, and all of this like guacamole just fucking splurges out of the top of his pocket, and it's just, and he's making a fucking mess on the ground, you know? And they start pouring rice on him and chopping him up into little pieces and dicing him up with the rice, and they start spinning him around in the center of the arena while there's space and cooking him, and they put him on a wok, and I don't know what they're gonna do. I'll be there to do that, yeah. Sorry. Hey Goo, impression of Ariel trying to convince CTE Volk, who's on his deathbed, that he's his only son, so that he can inherit all of his wealth. Hey, if he didn't say who's he coming in here? I can't fucking say a thing, hey. On both sides. Volk, I'm your son. Wait, I thought I had only daughters. I've tried 70 times, Ariel. They're all daughters. No, I'm your oldest son. Ilya beats Islam Das on JDM Amiv fight. Thank you for the $2. Oh, Islam's been... Amiv had a Das choke on JDM, which JDM escaped. That means Makashev's going to Das choke JDM. Makashev's been put out by KO. And he actually fucking lost. You guys did this the whole build up to Oliveira versus Topuria. Fucking Ilya Topuria. Ilya Topuria had a moment against Yusuf Zalal where he got hit a couple times in round 3. And I'm like, dude, Oliveira's been finished 10 times. I can have a 5-minute montage of Oliveira being finished. And people were focusing on, Ilya got head kicked by Herbert. Dude, we've seen Oliveira finished. Come on, guys. This is not the same thing. JDM's going to put fucking mustard on Makashev for Volkanovski. Why do you overrate JDM so much? I actually can't wait until Islam subs in round 3. Remember JDM took Kevin Holland to a robbery decision? Yeah, I'm done with you now. Once you start saying shit like that, you know shit ain't real. Real ones know JDM schooled Kevin Holland, and the fucking split decision's one of the worst scorecards you've ever seen. 3-0 JDM. 3-0 JDM, he actually fucking neutralized and schooled Holland on the feet and made him a timid little fucking tappy rangy bitch. True. Punching cones to this on crit, my pigger. Thank you for the $3 dude. Fighter Tales. Drunk Ray Cepho once KO'd someone in a club. Sat on a bar stool in the middle, daring anyone to move him. Bouncers begged him to leave. Okay. Well, there you go. Ray Cepho. There you go, guys. Have you guys seen a video of Joe Schilling knocking out that guy at the bar? Have you guys ever seen that video? Dude, Joe Schilling, I'm actually going to say this right now. He's a fucking bitch. Like, Joe Schilling's a small dick bitch, man. I don't know if you guys... It wasn't deserved. It was not deserved, dude. It was not deserved. At all was not deserved. I remember seeing a video of Joe Rogan, like, glazing him for it in a video about it. Absolutely undeserved. He's a fucking small dick little bitch. Never succeeded in anything proper in his own career because he got bitched by people who actually could fight. So he's taken it out and getting dubs at 40 years old in a fucking club. Absolutely baited him in to do that. And he wanted that to happen. And he made sure it happened. As a pro fighter, you're a fucking small dick bitch made fucking F-A-G-G. I'll spell out the word because I can't say it in the UK. But he is. Absolute fucking loser, dude. Guy was drunk and it wasn't that big of a deal. I know. He literally barged past the guy. And then when the guy had said, why did you barge past me? What the fuck? He went, oh, what the fuck? Bang. And knocked the guy out, basically, in the video. But yeah, I hated that because Rogan watches it and goes, that's the thing, folks. Don't run your mouth in a club. You don't know what killers are out there. And that's how Rogan broke it down. I was thinking, dude, this is some fucking bitch shit, man. It wasn't super necessary at all, dude. I hated that video. I don't know if anyone else saw that, but I just saw it recommended to me here. Hated that video, man. Such a fucking pussy move from him. Dude, you better calm down. He might get you too. Well, I'm not going to be drunk just talking to my friend at a bar anytime soon because I don't have a life, so he won't be attacking me at a club. He's a fucking bitch anyway. The biggest nerds defending Schilling KOing that random claimed he was fearful for his life. I know. Pro fighter instigating versus someone he has 50 pounds on. Dude, he's like a foot taller than the guy. Has 50 pounds of muscle on him. Pro fighter barged past him very rudely. Then the guy had a problem with it and then he just punched, like basically knocked the guy out with a sucker punch. Even though the guy was looking at him, it was a sucker punch, dude. Some weak shit. Some weak pussy ass shit because you can't achieve shit in fighting. No belts, no nothing to speak for. Just can't achieve shit in the fucking fighting world. Beat up some fat random old men in kickboxing, think you're some killer. Pisses me off, man. Sorry. What do you know about eating worms with sticks? I never ate worms. I've never actually eaten bugs when I was a kid. I know some of you guys are retarded, but never seemed appetizing, bugs. I used to make black ants and red ants fight to the death in a bucket of water with like different terrain. Oh my God, me and my cousin, yeah, chap, used to make red ants and black ants fight to the death. Red ants always won, by the way. Always won. Fight to the death in a bucket in my auntie's garden. And we used to have little terrain in there, like a leaf or like a stick that would float in the bucket of water. And they would like fight to get onto it and to stay out of the water. And the red ants would typically always win. Even if they were outnumbered, they would win because they'd like yeah, they got stingers. Yeah. Yeah, they were way stronger every time. But yeah, once I swear to fucking God, once the fight was over and the red ant had won, my cousin looked at me and I would do this. I swear on a million years, I would do this. It was always thumbs down. It was always thumbs down. He would look at me once the surviving red ant was left in the bucket and it had killed the other black ant. He would look at me and I would do this with my thumb. And I'd thumbs it down to kill the red ant as well, basically. No survivors, dude. No mercy. And the red ant would also then be killed in the sun. Are you not entertained? Yeah, proper gladiator shit. It was. It was actually cool stuff. Thank you for the $2. I don't think DDP can win with a grapple-heavy game plan, but he needs to accept that he's going to grapple rather than trying to avoid it. You know, people forget, man, chat, this was the take I had that made Demetrius Johnson consider me a genius in MMA and spurred the birth of the Mighty Guru show. That's what you guys don't get. Is that DDP needs to embrace the grappling, guys. He can't deny it. If he tries to deny it, it will be his undoing. Whittaker took him down. Let's not be stupid. I hear you, fam. I do hear you still, fam. Never bet against DDP. I'm never going to. DDP by Kimura in round 2. Dude, dude, I think it'd be so fucking hype if it'd be so hype if Drickus pulls it off, man. Can you imagine the scenes, chat, when Chimaev starts slowing down and DDP starts pouring it on? Cinema. Absolute cinema, chat. Absolute bleeding cinema, yeah? I'm getting amped thinking about it. Chimaev slowing down, and I bet you my commentary moment. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no, Chimaev. Uh-oh. And DDP's pouring it on. Oh, that would be so good to watch. DDP via falling piano on Hamzat's head? Yes, that could happen as well. I completely forgot about the falling piano contingency. Riskiest place you've crop dusted? Pooed or wanked? What does that mean? Poo or wank? Pooed in a Pringles can on a camping trip once, but that's the riskiest place I've pooed. I don't know about wanking, the riskiest place I've wanked. I don't even want to talk about that because I probably would have been a kid. Where's the riskiest place I've wanked? I can't even think. Can't even think of a crazy place. Farted is crop dusted. Okay, cool. Well, farted. Yeah, we're 12. Riskiest place I've farted at a funeral. I've let farts rip at a funeral. I've let farts rip all... Dude, again, I'll go back to this. On the way back... No, on the way to South Africa... man, they weren't breathing air on that plane, chat. I'm telling you that right now. I had a stomach ache on the way to South Africa, and I didn't sleep one bit because I was up farting, and they got fucking gassed out in that fucking plane chamber. I'm telling you, chat. There must have been 271 of them. At most. I'm joking though. I don't like Paul Hughes telling Lucien Keita to his face that he doesn't want to fight, then acting hard online. Seems kind of gimpy, especially how he acted with the Khabib Usman thing. Just pick a side for fuck's sake. Yeah, Paul Hughes is just like I don't know what he is. He'll like use negativity to personally benefit him. But whenever it doesn't personally benefit him in the moment, he's like, he completely avoids that personality. Same way he just let McGregor endorse him for the whole Usman Khabib build up, and then the second it was over and there was no more to benefit from McGregor, then all of a sudden he throws him under the bus. Yeah, Paul Hughes does seem like a fake little fucking Northern Irish gimp, to be honest with you, but he's a great fighter though. Really good, talented fighter. Impression of Conor asking for TP from the neighboring stall occupied by Yoel. Conor gets poo hand. Oh, you're over there. Who's over there? Could you pass me a couple of tissues under the fucking cubicle, me? Hey! You got fucking poo on me hand, me. Alright, what the fuck is the point of that? Impression of Guru hugging Norma Jamam. You gonna tend them rabbits, George? I don't know. I wouldn't squeeze her. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't Lenny her really badly. I'm not fat or an old man. That's just what a fat old man would say. Thank you for the $2 Canadian. Now, fair enough. Frazier. I'm not doing the Chandler losing his kid in that enclosure. Who would win in a Dan Hooker backyard fight? Nina Drama versus that nice Asian lady reporter who's... I'd go with the nice Asian lady reporter who's married to the schmo. People forget, man. Chat, people forget, don't they? Helen Yee had quite a career herself. People forget, man. Let me tell you, dude. Helen Yee had quite a fucking career herself. People forget. Lingerie fighting championships. The LFC. People forget about lingerie fighting championships. An insane career that she had in the LFC. In the bikini fighting championships. You guys don't know about this on YouTube? LFC, Helen Yu. You guys don't know that she was a bit... But dude, she would mess up Nina Drama based on some of the positions that I saw her getting people in. I'm telling you. She was the king. She was the queen of that scene. So she would destroy Nina Drama in a fight. Easy. Let's go, Helen. Kid dragged him around. I didn't hold hands with a Downs kid. Sorry, chat. There was a moment on the Jaxxon podcast where Bear is pranking Rampage on the air conditioning by turning it off and making it really cold in the room. And it's in the middle of Malcolm Wellmaker opening up about the loss of his dad. On the Malcolm Wellmaker episode, yeah, he's in the middle of like opening up and he's saying all of this shit. Let me play you some of the stuff that he was saying.
Like I'm the same way. Like, you know, my dad, he passed away when I was super young, when I was like 3 years old. So like I ain't have a dad. So like all my life, I was finding big brothers, father figures, and like that's what made me like the gym I'm at right now, bro. Like I call Pops because he's like a dad to me, right?
Can you hear the AC over the top? Can you hear that?
That's why I can't never go nowhere. But like I also feel like my experience like in like street life before that gave me a good radar on like how to read people. Like, did you feel like you had that ability to read people and they...
My mind is to fight, thinking about my finances.
Yeah,
that'd be the last thing. That'd be the last thing on my mind.
What happened?
They with the AC. They know I'm like it's super cold in here, and he texted that to change the AC.
Oh, that's like a hard no for you.
Got him.
Like
got him. Dude, Bear has Down syndrome. I love it, dude. He's celebrating like this, pumping his fist and saying, "Got him." Got him with a prank while Wellmaker is opening up about the loss of his father on the show. Dude, that is such a funny thing. Everyone's saying, bro, please fire Bear off of the fucking podcast. Everyone's talking about getting rid of Bear again, but dude, that is the funniest thing ever. Timing, yeah, dude, it's a timing, dude. Comedic timing like no one else, that Bear. Texting someone to change the AC on Rampage Jaxxon in the middle of Wellmaker talking about the loss of his dad is insane. Insane levels. I don't know. That's insane stuff there. So impression of Bear pranking Mark Hunt while opening up. Yeah, you know, just used to hog tie me up and whip me with an apple branch. I'm sorry, Mark. This guy Bear, he doing crazy stuff again. He pranking me again. Got him. Whoa. What were you saying, Mark? Girl, how long's your ding dong? I don't want to say, dude. I want to be relatable to everyone. You know what I mean? Make sure that we're all just same level, guys. You know what I mean? I'm not this giant, perfect, genetic, 1 in a million, gifted everywhere specimen that just has this mental deficiency that prevents him from his ultimate potential. I'm just one of the boys. Yeah, I'm saying I'm just one of you guys. We're good. Sanko greater than Nina. True. One body in 3 years, by the way. Nah, that's not true. Couple more. Yeah, I'm joking. Impression of Strickland crying about his abusive dad and then Bear sits on a whoopee cushion. Thank you for the £5. Oh, God.
Yeah, man, he just one day, he said, this is a fucking night, kid. And he held a fucking knife up to my throat. And he said, you want to come defend your mom? You think you're tough? And I thought that night he was going to kill her, Rampage. I got him! God, Rampage, I got him, right? Hook, line, and sinker.
Bear, just no fucking social cues whatsoever. Doing pranks. Dude, doing pranks. Setting up pranks while Wellmaker's being very vulnerable about the loss of his dad is fucking insane. Very, very insane. But so funny, dude. Actually, his funniest moment. The $2. Did you see the new Bear incident on the Jaxxon pod? Oh boy, did I. Dude, yes or no, chat? Bear's best moment on the Jaxxon podcast. Who's with me? Who saw it? You guys saw that shit? Bear's best moment on the Jaxxon podcast. Insane. Insanely hilarious, dude. I've never seen him on this level of form. Yeah, Bear from Jaxxon podcast. So Malcolm Wellmaker was in the middle of like telling everyone the story of his father dying. What did Bear do? Let me tell you. Malcolm Wellmaker's in the middle of getting emotional and telling Rampage and sharing with the podcast how his father passing away when he was a kid affected him. And in the middle of it, yeah, Bear is giggling and messing around with the air conditioning. Messages some guy in production to tweak the AC so it's cold on Rampage in the middle of Wellmaker doing this. And then at the end of it, I swear to God, Bear, let me try and find the clip of it. At the end of it, Bear goes, got him! Hook, line, and sinker at the end with no social awareness of what he's just interrupted on the pod. I want to find it.
Got him! Never cut me off again during the podcast.
Got him!
Ruined a moment. Ruined a moment from Wellmaker there, talking about his dead dad.
Got him!
Got him. He got him. Got him with that air conditioner prank. In the middle of it. Insane social awareness from Bear on the Jaxxon pod. But honestly, one of the funniest things I've ever seen. If he was like, so what we talking about? Yeah. He did resume it like that, to be fair. He wasn't tearing up. No, he wasn't tearing up, but he was getting emotional about the death of his, he was being vulnerable on the pod, It's not the time to do an air conditioner prank on Rampage. Go MMA, you say the wrong thing, and I can neutralize a source of your income in a snap of the fingers like that. You little leech parasite human. Add that to the outro of your fucking video.